It's like everything in life is structured that way for us to work hard to get to the top. And it's the same way in love and respect and admiration and your kids and their love and respect. And it's the same way for this thing called peace and joy and happiness and overall good, wholesome, holistic, entire top level existence. You got to work for it. And the hardest part is getting over the being upset about it part. You know, you get mad if you want to and still not have everything that you're mad about not having until you get over the fact that you're upset about having to work for all those things and go out and work for it and actually accomplish it and start getting the results, start getting the consequences of good, hard work and hard effort. But don't be mad because you got to work hard for affection. Don't be mad because you got to work hard for respect, admiration, honor, people's loyalty, people's friendship. You know, don't be mad. It's just the way that it is. You know, it's just the way that it is, and we have to all be willing to get down and get dirty with that. You know, get down and get dirty. Get in the game, get in the mix, and don't just be a bench warmer. If you want love and affection and true love and admiration from your wife and your children and your friends and life itself will bow down to you, man. Life itself will open up. Opportunities will open up. And dances and promotions and positions, and they'll open up if you become that type of person for whom they open up for. You know, I like to look at Steve Harvey as a mentor and a person that I look up to. Everything that he touches is gold. All the opportunities are out there for him. Opportunities come to him. But he just ain't no lazy ass, no good for nothing, low down type of negative, toxic ass person either. He's worked on all his game to the point that those opportunities are open to him. And it's the same for me, it's the same for you, that if we're willing to develop ourselves and work on ourselves and develop every aspect of ourselves to get to that level of consistency and performance that would require and merit and warrant those types of opportunities and results, then we're going to have them. But being upset about not having them and then not being willing to work as hard as he does or anybody else does to have those things, to be upset about having to work that hard to get those things, is as useless and futile, which is the same word, by the way, as being mad at those people for having what they have. And that was a Cora check. That was a life check. That was something that I had to be confronted by, with, and about, and communicate and process it, and then get over it, and then get to the moving on, and then work at it. I had to get through all that stuff, man, but everything has a beginning. And for anybody that's out there like myself, starting from ground zero, from a bad family structure, no family structure, no family support, no family help, and you got to get out there on your own 2 feet and go work this thing called life and find out. These are just some things that you're going to find out along the way, and I'm just happy to bring them to the table so you can find out about them now, because those things I needed to hear, man. How desperate I was being in facilities, man, being incarcerated, needing a good word, needing a mentor, man. Needing somebody to take me up under their wing and show me the way to life, and not having it and having to learn in these conditions and circumstances and situations, incarcerated, adult boot camp, having to learn discipline, being forced by the system to have some kind of structure by going to incarceration and TDC and halfway homes. And man, I had a lot of growing pains, man, and a lot of it coming through AA and learning through AA. And not much through the curriculum of AA, but you know, just from the experience and the exposure of people, places, and things, life circumstances and situations, and being awake to the notion and to the fact that I was going to have to work for everything that I wanted in life. That's reputation. You want a good reputation? You got to work for it. You know, that's a good reputation everywhere. It's in the home especially, because you can't be an all-star outside and then be a terror in your own home. So you got to work as much as you have to outside the home, inside the home too, because what a disservice and a disgrace it is to be something for people outside, and then for the people in our own homes, we're terrors and we're useless and we're disrespectful and we're heartless. But I've been there. I've been all that. So I'm not saying that I haven't. Those are just things that I had to learn, I had to address, I had to be willing to overcome and work on those relationships and restore some of those relationships. And some of them I've restored, and some of them they're irreparable, and you got to live with the good and the bad and keep moving on, man. Hopefully the people that know anything about you, that you've heard or been hurt by you, can get to a point in their life and they're working on themselves where they see that you are a person in need, and at least just be happy to know that you weren't all there, and they can hold you to a higher standard of that which you couldn't accomplish at the time, and know that you were working and that you are working on yourself. And for the most part, a lot of people that they're not cold-hearted themselves, they're pretty okay with that. You can make an amends with that. They'll be like, you know, hey, at least he's working on himself, and at least he's in a better place than he was, and at least he's trying, and this and that, yada yada. But everything that we want in life, we gotta work at it, man. You know, our reputation, in and out of the home, with our friends, co-workers, jobs, we've gotta work on that reputation. And stop demanding so much out of life and people and places and things and circumstances, situations for a favorable result than those that we're willing to work for. Because you can't never have a better result than those results that you're willing to work for. And a lot of the times that's been the biggest hang-up that I've experienced in life, that I work for a 20% type of result, but my desire is for the 100% type of result. No, man, you can't get that. You can't get those 100% type of opportunities and results either if you're not willing to work 100% and put in that 100% type effort to get those 100% type results.